Hi, welcome to Confessions of an Amateur Photographer. I'm Regan, and I am an amateur photographer. I live in Southwestern Ontario, Canada. And over the past year, I've really gotten into photography, and I thought it might be fun to start a little YouTube series as I try to master photography, and well, not master, but better my skills of photography and get into this whole manual mode and get off auto. Anyways, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Regan. I think I already said that. So I have been into photography for a few years now, but this past year with COVID and the pandemic and the lockdown and, not always being able to go to work because of said lockdown, I started to really get more into photography. And one of the things that I would do to kind of pass the hours of the many, many days was to go outside into the woods and, both see nature and be in nature, but also capture nature through photography. So that's kind of where I started. I love doing it. It's awesome. It gets me out of the house, and I've seen some really beautiful things, and I've been able to kind of go travel around not the province, but the area of Ontario that I'm in, and just see some really neat things. I've seen bluffs off of Lake Erie, and I've seen just some really amazing, very cool things. This is from Medway Creek, which is an environmentally sensitive area in the place in which near me. And so, yeah, this is Medway Creek. Anyways, so that's how I got into photography. This past year, I also purchased my first DSLR camera. For a long time, I had been going off of my beloved Super Zoom camera, but decided to take the plunge, and get into a DSLR and figure out what this, whole photography thing really was about, and how to do manual mode and all that fun stuff. I'm very much into landscape photography. That's kind of what I've really practiced in the past year since I've been in the woods so much. But I definitely want to get more into people photography for 2021. That's one of my goals. My first goal with photography is getting off of auto, figuring out manual. So you'll see me do that, or try to do that, and maybe I can explain it to you. Maybe you can explain it to me. I really just want this to be a place where we can share ideas, what works, what doesn't work, talk about different stuff. I mean, there's so much about photography that I still don't understand. I mean, what is with the numbers on the camera lenses? I mean, I don't get it. Like, what do they actually mean? And I mean, what type of camera is the best camera to buy? Like, do we need to spend $1,000 on one of those fancy ones, or is a used one just as good? I mean, these are all topics that I have, or I'm currently exploring. Well, two. Anyway, you get it. So watch along. That's all I really have to say right now. If you have comments, you can drop them below, especially if you have ideas on content, right? Like different sorts of photography questions or whatnot. I mean, if you have questions, I probably have the same ones, or maybe they're different from what I've thought of, or maybe I just haven't thought of it. You get it. Also, if you are interested in seeing my photography and following along, you can find it in the links below. I do have a blog that details my adventures of the past year, as well as an Instagram and an Etsy page. But yeah. All right, guys, thanks for watching episode 1 of Confessions of an Amateur Photographer. I'm Regan, and I hope to see you next time. I hope you come back. Bye, guys.